Okay, so in section 3 of chapter 19, we're going to learn about saving and investing. And our objectives for this section are: why is it important to save money? What are some ways people save and invest their money? And how does saving money help the U.S. economy? If I switch to Microsoft Word during this presentation and I start typing anything out, then that means that's just like me writing something on the board. So then you need to write that in your notes. So please do so if that happens. So let's go ahead and get started on this presentation. Okay, so the importance of saving money. Okay, why is it that people save money? Well, these are some of the main reasons why people save money. They save money for education, for emergencies, for retirement, and for large purchases. So right now, what I want you to do is I want everyone to go online and I want you to look up 2 or 3 schools. I don't care what college it is, if it's a small college, a big college, one that you've heard of, one that you've never heard of, and I want you to look up what the tuition is. It might be a school that you want to try to go to one day. It might be a school that maybe in a perfect world you want to go to it. I don't care which one it is. And the teacher that is subbing, the individual that is subbing, they are going to create a list. They're going to put all of these schools up on the board, and you're going to get a good idea as to how expensive it is to go to college. So uh, go ahead and do that right now. And then after that list has been compiled and it has been placed up on the marker board, you don't have to write all this down, but after it's been placed up there, then you're going to come back and you are going to continue your notes. Okay, so you made your list. So you've seen how expensive it is for education. You've seen that there's some schools that it might cost $60,000 to go there for 1 year, and you're going to be there on average 4 to 5 years. You're talking about $250,000. Other colleges, not so bad. It might be $15,000. But even at 4 years, $15,000 a year, that's still $60,000. Some of you might be thinking, well, I'll just get a scholarship. Well, if you're thinking scholarship, that's fine, but it better be an academic scholarship, because I'm going to let you know right now, very few students from this school have ever gotten a full ride athletic scholarship. Only a small number do. In fact, in the 20 plus years that I've been at this school, I can only think of 2 students that have gotten a full ride athletic scholarship. Now, some students may have gotten their college paid for, and they might have even played sports in college. However, the money they got for playing sports, that only covered a small portion of their college. Why was it free? Because they applied for scholarships and they had good grades, and their academic scholarship paid for the rest of school. Now, I know a large number of students that have gone on to college and they've participated in activities, they've participated in athletics, and it was free. But it was because of the good grades they got and the scholarships they had applied for. In fact, more money goes unused, more scholarship money goes unused than gets used every year. There are tens of thousands of scholarships out there, and the money's just waiting for students. But a lot of students don't bother to take the time and do what needs to be done to get scholarships. Or if they do, they try to do it all at once and they apply for so many scholarships at one time, they usually end up doing a poor job on them, and then they end up not getting that scholarship. The best way to just about guarantee that you'll get your college paid for via an academic scholarship is get a great score on your ACTs. I want to say something like a 30 or a 31 pretty much guarantees that you are going to get college paid for. That's why here at Pierce we have the John Baylor ACT Prep course. Since Pierce has implemented this class, the ACT scores have gone up. Students have done very well on their ACTs because of that. So, as you get older and you hear more and more about John Baylor, get ready to take it, because more and more schools are using ACT tests to determine if students are going to get in and what kind of scholarship you might get. Yes, you want to have a high GPA from your school. A class rank is good, but sometimes those can be a little bit deceiving. I'm not going to go into that right now via this presentation. If I was in front of you, I would tell you why it is that sometimes a high GPA from a student and having a high class rank doesn't always necessarily give you a good indication as to how well that student does academically, but that's for a different time and place. So education is one reason why people save money. Emergencies. You never know when a big emergency is going to come up, and emergencies can be any kind of thing. You're driving down the road and all of a sudden your car just stops, and lo and behold, there's an engine problem, and it's going to cost more to fix your car than what your car is worth. Do you have enough money put away to get a new car? It doesn't have to be a brand new one, but even a good, used, reliable car is still going to run you $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. And that's just to buy it. Then you have to go get it licensed and registered. That costs a lot of money as well. So, do you have enough money put away? And we've already learned, when you make large purchases, the larger your down payment is, the smaller each monthly payment will be. Are you saving enough money so that you can make that large down payment? Retirement is a huge one. You see more and more commercials on TV today asking about a person's retirement. Do they have enough money put away? How much money do you need to have put away? There's no set dollar amount. Some people want as much as they can. Others say, when I retire, I don't need to live a real lavish lifestyle. I don't need all these real nice things. And so for those people, they're not going to need a whole lot. For other people, when they retire, they want to travel. They want to go to places that they never had a chance to go to. And that's going to take a lot of money. Are you going to have enough money saved up? It's never too early to start planning for retirement. When I say that, do you need to start planning for retirement right now at the age that you're at? No, that you don't. No, you don't. But when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, I know it's going to seem like, geez, I just started working my job. I don't even know if this is a job I'm going to work the rest of my life. Doesn't matter. You still have to start thinking about it. And it doesn't just have to be retirement through your employer. Some places that you work for will actually put money into retirement. You can purchase retirement policies on your own. Is that money out of your pocket? Yes, it is. But in the end, you will be very thankful that you did. Large purchases. Again, we talked about cars. Maybe it's that dream home that you've wanted, and it takes a long time to save money up for that. You've got to be patient. And sometimes that means having to make sacrifices. You're not going to always be able to go on that summer vacation that you had dreamed of. In fact, you might have to do what's called a staycation. And that is, you may get time off from work, but instead of going somewhere, you just stay at home. Is it much fun? No, it's not, but you save a lot of money. Be creative, especially if you have kids. You need to be creative. What are some fun things you can do at home that you normally wouldn't do? So, saving up for large purchases, that's That's another way, another reason why people are going to save money. Credit purchases often require a down payment in cash, and we've talked about this time and time again. Depending on what it is, there are some large purchases that require a certain percent of the down payment. A lot of times, if you're going to buy a house, you need to put a certain amount of money down. Normally, the normal amount that you have to put down, or the normal percentage you have to put down, is 20%. So think about that. 20%. If it's a $100,000 house, that's $20,000. $200,000 house, that's $40,000. A $300 house, that's $60,000. That's a lot of money that you have to have saved up. And the other thing is, again, the bigger your down payment is, the smaller your monthly payments are going to be. Are you going to have the patience to save up that kind of money? And I just got done saying this. The ability to make a large down payment reduces monthly payments and the total interest on the loan. Saving more money now can save you a lot of money in the future. I showed you one day the difference between a 20-year loan and a 30-year loan on a house. Is each monthly installment greater on a 20-year loan? Yeah, it is. The amount of money you pay each month is going to be more on a 20-year loan than a 30-year loan. But if you look at the difference on a $300,000 house with a 4.3% interest, you are going to save a large sum of money. In fact, I'm going to pause here and I'm going to go to a website that's going to show you just that. The website that I was talking to you about, you can see that here's a $300,000 house. There's the home's value. 20% down payment is $60,000. 30-year loan at 4.3% interest. Your total payment, $427,000 is what you're going to pay back. So the bank made $127,569 on this one loan. Your monthly payment, $1,188. That's not too bad. But what if you say that, well, I'm going to go with a 20-year loan? Well, let's look at those numbers. Now, your monthly payment went up. It went from $1,100 up to $1,500, so a $400 increase, a little less than $400 increase per monthly payment. But look at what happened here. You went from $427,000 to $358,000. That's a $70,000 savings. $70,000 savings, and it cost you just under $400 a month. Now, what if we go to a 15-year loan? Yeah, your monthly payments went up even more. Now it's $1,800 a month. So that's $700 more than what you had at a 15-year loan. But now look at your savings from $427,000 to $326,000. You're saving yourself $100,000. So if you can save more money and you can put more money away, and you say, you know what, 20 years, that's, that looks better. We can swing that. But let's say you can't afford that 20% down payment. Let's say that you can only afford 10%. Well, at 20 years, look what happens to your monthly payment. $402,000 is where it's at. If you had 20% down payment, now it's $358,000. So because you put $30,000 more dollars down, you went from $402,000 you're going to pay back to $358,000. Again, that is over a $50,000 savings. So you can see there are a number of different ways that you can save money in the importance of saving money. Okay, that's it for this part. I'm going to stop right now and then I'll start section 2.